So somebody was asking me to make a video on my attraction. Well, yeah, my attraction from the opposite sex. Because I made a claim that, and I mean, I didn't come up with this. Other people have said this. That I came up with a claim that you are more attractive to the opposite sex, or I mean, if you're gay, I mean, I don't know, the gay people maybe, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. So first of all, let me just start by saying is that when I started doing semen retention, I was in a relationship, kind of on and off with my baby mama. So, and I'm just loyal by nature. So, I never really went too far out of my way to try to talk to anybody else. I definitely made some efforts, definitely made some connections, but didn't follow through. Didn't really, I don't know, didn't really flex. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really do my thing. Didn't really have a mating ritual. Didn't even try to close any deals for real. Like, because that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm trying to focus on my purpose. I have a daughter to take care of, and if I'm already in a relationship right now, I can't let too many relationships consume me. Like, I only got X amount of time. But one thing that I noticed from practicing semen retention, as I mentioned before, is that I've gotten a boost in confidence. So part of that feeds my abundance mindset, where I don't care uh, if people, if women are interested in me or not, which is a very powerful tool. This sense of indifference, it doesn't have to be a heavy sense of it, but this bit of indifference really brings the women in. That's what I experienced when I wasn't even practicing semen retention. But now that I am, I'm not too much worried about attracting women or anything like that. Like I said, I'm focusing on my purpose, and that's going to bring me in some scores if I'm being honest. But how has my experience been with women? Well, taking on that mentality. See, and it's gonna work better for a lot of you other guys because I didn't take full advantage of it. Because I mean, I'm not a cheater, and like again, I'm just focusing on all these things that I have to do. But you talk to women, no matter how beautiful you think they are, you just talk to them all the same. They appreciate that. They respect that. You can tell when a woman wants to talk to you and they somewhat interested in you. You get especially if you're just meeting somebody, you get a pass over any other stranger because if it's stranger danger, you'll hear about it. Okay, so I don't get a lot of that. When I'm reselling, I go to stores a lot and I interact with women, women cashiers and all those things, and I've gotten some looks. I've gotten a little flirt here and there, but still keeping it professional because I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable at their workplace and things like that. But actually, I've had some people hop into my inbox, saying that I have a good head on my shoulders. They like the way that I'm not robotic and things like that. That's things that people can pick up from my online persona. Which I mean, I've gotten women off of the internet. That's a fact. Um, in person, I'm kind of closed off because I'm focused on the mission. Uh, but because my sex life has gotten better because practicing semen retention, I don't really feel like I'm out of anybody's league. I feel like I feel like I can provide a woman what she wants from a sexual aspect, from an intellectual aspect. I'm not very much romantic, but my take it or leave it attitude is attractive. Uh, when I'm not in my own way, when I'm not hostile, when I'm not vicious, where it's just like, hey, either you with it or you're not. And I make myself a ghost. I'm not gonna keep blowing you up. I'm not gonna keep trying to make things work if you're not gonna try to make things work. And that's how it is. But I definitely noticed the attraction, but I haven't been going in for the kill, so to speak. Because again, dealing with uh, dealing with my child's mother. In fact, but my child's mother matters, so I might as well talk about that. But I kind of got a couple things going for me because obviously we have sex, and I performed well. I mean, it is what it is. Not it's not the gloat, but you know I kind of do take pride in performing well and all that I do, and this is just one of those things. Uh, I think every woman can pick up on that energy, and she's been very vocal about that, and even tried to sign me up to have sex with somebody else who wasn't getting sex. But it's another conversation. But I kind of got a slam dunk because we have a child together, and I'm crazy about my daughter, and that shows. I show affection towards her. I take care of my business. So at my best, when I'm not going back and forth, because I mean that's what I'm resolving to do, not go back and forth anymore with a woman or anybody really, man. Because hey, look, man, I got to get to it. I got things to do. But the way that I treat my daughter and treat her son at times really turns her on. So man, that's just kind of an easy one. I mean that was probably gonna happen with or without semen retention. But then again, I don't know, man. Because when I was a constant jerk off or whatever, like I made bitch moves. Like I didn't really strive to do anything great to get things done. Really, I kind of waited to be pushed a little bit, waited for motivation to hit. But through practicing semen retention, I can push myself and make myself really ambitious and just really take risks and put myself out there. And women notice that. Uh, so basically, if you do want to attract women as a heterosexual man, be on your own level. Don't try to mirror women. Don't it's okay to have feelings and have these feminine things about you, but don't try to go back and forth. Don't try to do too much to lure a woman. You're like it's not worth it, bro. Like, what are you doing? They'll come. They'll come so long as you focus on what's right for you. Your purpose right now. I just think it's best. Women will always be around, but can't necessarily say that about opportunity. That's right, opportunity. Um, but to sum it all up. And by the way, because I try to be pretty transparent without saying every goddamn thing about myself, but I'm pretty short, about 5'5", 5'6" at the most, 135, whatever. So naturally, a lot of people are gonna look past me. That's cool. But if I were single right now, and I wanted to invest the $15 and get the Tinder premium and just go at it, I definitely think I can make some damage with that. Uh, Clean up the profile a little bit, tell the truth, say that I'm looking for friends because I am. I'm not really looking for relationships, as far as boyfriend, girlfriend, getting married and things like that. We can possibly have sex, but they ain't even on my list for real. I don't even care. I don't care about that, man. But if you're good people, then I'm rocking with you. But my mentality like that, cause think about it. Women are more likely to friend zone men than the opposite. And under the same context where it's like, you're just my buddy. I don't like you like that. We're not having sex, okay? So when I take on that approach, especially to women who always get gawked at, like I kind of, keeping things friendly with them, they love it. They love it when I don't take the sexual innuendos and like they set you up for things like that. Besides the shit test aside, like I remember like for example, this one just beautiful woman that I was, whew, she was on my line and she just got out of a bad relationship or whatever, and she was basically setting up a lot of sexual innuendos. I'm not saying she was hitting on me, but she noticed that I wasn't picking up. I was picking up on it, but she noticed that I wasn't taking the opportunity for the low hanging fruit to throw out a sexual innuendo to a woman who barely knows me, and that caught her interest. I mean, it really got to the point because this was like a long distance thing. We weren't in a relationship, but it got to the point where she was on me, man. It was like a Latina, and I mean, there's all types of beautiful women. It don't matter who you are, but I'm just trying to give you a visual, just a a kind of a thin Latina, and I mean, I'm just into those things, man, and I'm at my best when I'm not doubting myself. So it's great to have a boost in confidence through practicing semen retention. So if you're not doubting yourself, it don't matter if anybody else doubts you or whatever. Like, you internalize doubt about potential doubt that it just it's quite a wormhole. But when you in this point, when you get in this position where it's like, man, it doesn't really matter about the outcome. It doesn't matter if people think I look attractive, corny, or whatever. Like, even if I'm an acquired taste, like, there's somebody out there for everybody. I know there's gonna be people who look at me and think that I'm handsome, even if there's more people out there who think I'm ugly. I mean, I don't really care at this point. Okay, I care about taking care of my responsibilities, and that's what's gonna make me more attractive to women more than that's gonna make me attractive to women more than anything else. I would say, like, I'm not really banking on my physical appearance. I'm not tall, dark, and handsome. Uh, I am dark, and I guess I look alright. So, well, 1.5 out of 3 ain't. I mean, it's okay. Halfway there, I guess. You call it a C, maybe. But 50%, they fail you for those. But anyway, to wrap it all up, I haven't been taking advantage of it, but I'm not worried about that. Yes, I have noticed women finding themselves being attracted to me. Older women. That's something that I wanted to mention too. Older women get it. They 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 sense this energy. Women in their 30s and 40s, they feel that that dog in them that they took for granted when they were my age, because now they're in their 30s and 40s. Women are they're in their prime right now. Whatever, men starting to chill out. They can't get it up as much as me, and because I'm practicing semen retention, I don't necessarily have a problem getting it up unless I'm dealing with some mental issues, cold or something like that. So older women, they get the energy too. Like, I took my daughter to the hospital, and this one lady, uh, I would have to guess maybe she's about at least 45, maybe 50, based on what she told me. But she was like, man, you're a good man. You're a good father. And I'm like, I mean, I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And she like, she was like, cause my daughter's having problem with her child father. He not in the, like, she talking about, her daughter 28 or whatever. And so who knows? Like, she probably dealt with that too. But when you get to a certain age, you realize, like, damn, a man who handles his responsibilities is so much better than somebody who can find a way to hop into your pants. Even better if they can do both. So, and that's a thing for me. Now, I'm kind of like buried treasure because I don't just put myself out there, and it's not like I can just showcase my skills whenever I want to, for all to see. But you know, I do have some things working for me. I do have a great deal of sexual prowess, and my priorities are getting better. You know what I'm saying? Um, but for some of you other guys, you would benefit even more by taking this approach. If you're single, um, or if you cheat. Honestly, I don't care what you do. I hope you put some good into this world, but I can't tell you what to do. But if you out on the prowl, just take a couple steps back, focus on your purpose. Just build up your world, build up yourself, even if it means you eating shit, for the rest of your 20s, whatever it may be. But always focus on the missions at hand. There will always be a woman for you. All right, so always be on your game. Also, it's a pretty great idea if you can find a profession where you just work around a bunch of women, but your goal is to keep things platonic. I've heard that works very well. So, you know, I'm really good with my hands. I have a great deal with dexterity, even though I'm like have a shaky hand. Now that I think about it, man, like having this semen retention thing going for me, it would. Oh boy, if I were a masseuse right now, are you kidding me? Because I heard a lot of stories about masseuses, man, keeping things real platonic, and because you got to be about your money. It's money to be made in this job. But women like the way you touch them. It's not suggestive because they came to be touched. So you touch them where you're supposed to touch them. You keep things real and say some women they just react differently to it, and you never know what they might be experiencing. Yeah, they could have been getting cheated on, whatever it is. They see you massaging them, ain't no ring on, and whatever, and then it's on. So be around women, personal training, and things. You just don't have an ulterior. Just don't go at it with an ulterior motive. If you can convince yourself, like understand that the outcome can be as pleasurable as you'd imagine, as you would want it to be, but don't let that be the focus. All right, let the present moment be the focus. Let growth be the focus. Planting seeds, whatever it is. That's gonna, definitely bring in some of the bait. It's gonna bring in some of the big catches, I should say. The bait is being yourself. To be honest with you, all right. That's how you stand out. Every woman ain't for you. All right. So some women may find it corny that you practice semen retention or something like that. Like even my baby mama does it. She understands it, but she, for some reason, bothered by it at times that I don't come anymore. Honestly, I shouldn't even be coming right now. I have a lot to do. But yeah, being on your shit, creating art and all that, man, that really turns the women on. And not trying to mirror them and not trying to catfight with them and nitpick all the time, even if that's what they do. Let them do what they do. All right, you got bigger things to focus on. All right, so like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.